All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We're in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We back. NBA 101. Check out the NBA 101 playlist if you haven't missed a live or you want to go back and listen to the live stream. I'll try to archive all the NBA lives I do in the NBA 101 playlist. So appreciate everybody for showing love to the channel. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about the NBA restarter setup for LeBron to win. We also going to talk about the racist letter Jeanie Buss got, the Clippers signing Joakim Noah. We're also going to talk about Klay Thompson that's been cleared medically at the end of the video. He say, dream big, bigger. Says, I don't F with Brian. He fake spiritually, and I can see it. He a aunt. He ain't right. All right. The network of S.U.S.G. Now every top team in the first four have almost guaranteed to win this year. It just depends on whose entire team is thirsty enough to pull off the diabolical high flying shot to achieve victory. Salute. So yeah, let's talk about Brian. But before we do, don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links are in the description. So if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quest, or you just want to chop it up and just touch bases, man, Twitter is the fastest way. Then Instagram, then Facebook. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors, The Health Blaze at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website www.thehealthblaze is in the description as well as the promo code. They 100% all natural products. They take PayPal, debit card, credit card as form of pay, and probably a few other things that I'm probably missing. Don't forget, check out our other sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your phone, cell phone, especially iPhones. You call the number 936-225-2198 on your screen, or you can follow them on social media. Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers on all social media platforms, especially Instagram. They do some work on there. So give them a holler, man. Their website is in the description. So if it's broke, half working, a little bit working, beyond repair, they want that phone, man. So give them a call and so they can give you an appraisal. Um, he said how long to the NBA to the NBA starting July 31st, and I heard they might play 3 preseason games. Okay, so let's kind of talk about Brian and the Lakers have been illegally practicing since March. Now the Athletics reported that Brian has been having 1 or 2 players over per time, but now it's another rumor coming out saying that they are practicing at a rich person. The full team is practicing at a rich person's mansion that has a replica Los Angeles Laker court. So not sure if they're practicing at Magic crib, Kobe old crib, one of Shaq cribs out there in that way. But the Lakers have already been practicing illegally. And then don't forget, even though the whole LA County is on lockdown, they open up the practice facilities for the Clippers and the Lakers. My whole thing is this, you know what I'm saying? Even in the NFL, how can you open practice facilities? How can you open practice facilities, you know, at different times? It's not fair. So if we got 22 teams, 22 teams should have the same equal amount of time to practice. Straight up and down. 22 teams should have the same equal amount of time to practice. And don't forget, LA County had some of the highest, corona cases out there. New York, LA County, Chicago, Detroit. They had some of the highest cases. So you telling me right around the same time they announced that the county of LA could be on lockdown until August. In the LA Times, right around that same time, they allowed the Lakers and the Clippers practice facility to open. That's bullshit. We know what this is about. It's not just about the money. If the Lakers was out the playoffs like they were last year, would they be trying to force these dudes to play? No. And that's one thing that I kind of fell out of love with NBA because basketball was my first love. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the sports I grew up playing first, that and baseball. And even you seen it with Michael Jordan. If you follow Jordan's career, I mean, you can go to Magic and Bird. You can see it throughout history. The NBA, they don't care to have parity. They do everything for ratings. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if Atlanta never make it. They don't care if Indiana never make it. They don't care if New Orleans never make it or Charlotte never make it. And it just begs you to ask yourself, at some point, why don't you just cut half the NBA teams? Because every year, all right, before the season ended, how many teams had a shot at the championship? Legitimately, how many teams would you bet your money on to win the championship? You would say the Lakers, the Clippers, the Bucks, the Raptors, and that's it. That's it. Who you gonna bet on fat ass Joel Embiid and broke jump shot Ben Simmons? No. Denver, probably not. And like what's up, Frederick Jackson? Young boy 47 say facts. This is why this championship don't count. It's unfair to some teams. That's what I've been saying. Black Governor, salute. He said a whole restart is for the Lakers. LeBron, last chance to win it. And I was talking to Tom Business. He said, LeBron might walk off after getting his fourth one. And I'm like, I think he gonna play till he can't play no more. I know he's trying to play with his kids. He trying to play with Bronny ass. You know what I'm saying? Make sure this dog ain't peeing on me. But ESPN trying to convince us that Ben Simmons is good. He a good player. We can say that for the end, but he a good player. He not bad. Just can't shoot. Jason Kidd couldn't shoot in the beginning neither. But I think Ben Simmons, I think he's a little bit worse. That 52 salute. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video and share the video. But yeah, this whole restart is for LeBron. And I'm gonna kind of tear into LeBron in a minute as we get more people in here, man. Some people may like it, some people may not like it. Where I'm gonna go with the next topic, but they practicing since March. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron making sure his team is in shape. His team is on par. You know what I'm saying? They all been practicing since March. Why Clippers and why the Nuggets, why the Bucks. It's some people that went back home thinking the season wouldn't be restarted. Think about it. It's some people that went back home. Went back to France, went back to Italy, went back to Germany, went back to Africa. It's some of these dudes that legitimately went back home and ain't really worked out. You telling me we gonna do 3 preseason games, 8 regular season games, and do playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They letting this dude host illegal practices. Now, what if it was motherfucking a Kawhi hosting illegal practices? The media will talk about how big of a cheater Kawhi was, or Giannis was, or James Harden was, or whatever it is, and everybody saying, well, everybody had time to get in shape. Everybody not gonna get in shape, especially when you think the season over with. Some dudes was just sitting at the crib, drilling their girlfriend, playing 2K, and chilling. And you gonna tell me after I've been locked in, for what, 10, 11, 12 weeks, depending on where you at. After I've been locked in for that amount of time, you gonna tell me that I got in some places still ain't open back up. How many states really open fully back up? Not that many. So you gonna tell me I got 6 weeks to get back in basketball shape? Don't work that way. Only way you get into basketball shape, you can condition yourself for basketball. You can condition yourself, but only way to get back in shape is to play basketball games. But it's all set up for LeBron to win. But he ain't the only one. They set it up for Bill Russell to win. They set it up for Lakers to meet Magic to meet Bird every year. That's Bird and Magic actually took the NBA from tape delay to regular television. The championship was on tape delay. You know what I'm saying? Before Bird and Magic. So the NBA always trying to find the fruitful guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Giannis. They not going to let Giannis stay in Milwaukee. We know that. They not going to let Giannis stay in Milwaukee. It don't make enough money for Giannis to stay in Milwaukee. It don't. So Giannis is going to find himself in LA and Golden State and New York or wherever they want him to be at. But it's set up for Brian to win. And everything's been set up for Brian to win. Brian, in actuality, what is he, 3-6 in finals? Brian supposed to be 9-0 in finals, bro. Real talk. Everything is set up for LeBron to win. It was set up for Jordan the same way. It wasn't no mystery that the Timberwolves, the expansion team took Rick Mahorn and Flagrants and Tex came out there. Jordan was just more of a dominant player. Now, if Jordan didn't have an NBA assistants, would he have won 6 straight rings? Probably fucking not. The NBA helped Jordan get over the hump. They doing the same thing for LeBron James. All this is for LeBron. I'm not counting if he win it, if he lose it. Straight up and down, I'm not counting this shit. But let Giannis win it. Oh, this really don't count. You let Denver win it. Oh, it don't count. Let James Harden win it. It don't count. Let Toronto win it. It don't count. Let Indiana win it. It don't count. Let Philly win it. It don't count. Let Utah win it. It don't count. You know what I'm saying? If LeBron win it, oh, it's the greatest story we ever heard. But this Mark been practicing since March. So they been staying in shape. They been running plays. Come on, man. Come on, man. NBA is the most rigged sport out there. Gotta be. Gotta be. NBA changed, rigged the game for the stars. They did it for Jordan by changing the rules. They always did that shit. They always make sure they never let the Lakers or the Celtics go and be irrelevant for too long. Salute. The Clippers got a good chance. And Lou like I'm straight. I mean, I don't blame Lou Williams. You know what I'm saying? If you got respiratory issues, you know what I'm saying? And you know if you win it, it's gonna be diminished. If you lose it, you know they go and LeBron win it, they gonna overblow it. Why would I go play? Why would I go play? If I win it, it don't count. If I lose to LeBron, it's gonna be glorified. Why am I playing? This motherfucker been practicing since March. And your team and the whole Clipper team ain't even been together. The whole Clipper team probably ain't been together. How many of the Milwaukee Bucks practice together? I don't know. And if they gonna find LeBron, hell no, they ain't gonna find LeBron. Wait till I kind of get comfortable, bro. They not gonna find him. His apologists point out that he the greatest player of all time. Look here, man. At my house, when I was a teen, or I was in college, we was in the dorm playing Madden. Nigga, if you go 3-9, you ain't invited back unless we banking your ass for some money. Keep it real. Come on, hey man, you go to 6 chicks' house, 9 chicks' house, you only smash 3. Come on, anybody proud about that percentage? No. Name me another GOAT in another sport. They got a losing record in the championship. Name me. You know, in football a little bit different. Name me somebody else who got a 3-6 record. 3-6. They trying so hard to get this dude a ring, bro. It just makes no sense, dog. And people talking about, well, Kevin Durant cheated. He did this. He did that. They act like LeBron didn't go to Miami and join 2 other All-Stars to win a championship. They act like Miami never happened. They act like Miami never happened. They act like he didn't go join the Miami. And he still failed in Miami. What, they go 2-2? They lost to the Mavericks. They had 1 All-Star. Right? They beat the Thunder. They barely beat the Spurs and lost to the Spurs. You give Jordan, nigga, Wade and Bosh and the rest of them, man, them niggas, them motherfuckers would have been 4-0. He's a glorified loser that they make excuses for. And on top of that, he got to get a competitive advantage and still come up short. How do you get a competitive advantage? You got the reps. You got the commissioner. You got the all-star lineup. You know what I'm saying? The reason why people hate Kevin Durant so much is because Golden State was so dominant. They look at them and was like, that's what the Miami Heat was supposed to be. Well, he made it fun. You got all them all-stars on the Heat. They had Chalmers. They had Shane Battier. They got Ray Allen. And still was getting their head kicked in. Still was getting their head beat in. He ain't got enough. He need Ray Allen. He ain't got enough. He need Birdman. He ain't got enough. He need this guy. He ain't. This motherfucker need more help than a handicapped kid going trying to climb up the Eiffel Tower. It just don't make no sense, bro. Oh, he ain't got enough help. This, that, and the third. Well, they didn't make that excuse for Jordan. They didn't make that excuse for Jordan. Come on, bro. People hate Durant because that's what they was supposed to be in Miami. Well, Wade was well, Bosh wasn't that good. Bosh was pretty good in Toronto, putting up buckets. And if Bosh wasn't that good, you should have convinced Carmelo. This dude got the deck stacked in his hand and stacked in his corner, and he still lose. You ever ran into somebody or your mom's or your dad or whoever? They always made a way, no matter if it wasn't the way they made a way. This motherfucker find a way to lose, no matter. It could be a clear layup to the basket. He gonna find a way to lose. Now he got another competitive. Yeah, he lost in the 09 Magic. People forget that. They could have met Kobe in the finals that year. No matter what the advantage is, he find a way to lose. They've been practicing since March. They've been practicing since March. And they said they've been practicing at somebody's mansion. So that's March, April, May, June. They've been practicing for 4 months. For 4 months they've been practicing. Excuse me. For 4 months they've been practicing. So what's the excuse if he lose this time? He get every call. I mean, let me know. You watch the World Series. You watch Lord Stanley Cup. What else we got? NCAA championship. Remember the BCS ball championship? Now we got the National College Football Playoffs. March Madness. I mean, we can go on and on. You can go to the Euro League. You can go to the Australian League. Name me another league that suspends somebody in the middle of a championship series. Name me another league. Name me. Name me. Oh, 3-1 was the greatest comeback I ever seen. They suspended Draymond Green, bruh. They suspended a man during the championship, bro, for this nigga to win the championship. They suspended a whole. I ain't never seen that. Remember what was it? The Astros or one of the baseball teams. The dude used the racial slur. They waited till after the World Series to suspend that man. He used a racial slur. They suspended a whole person, bruh. That's crazy, bro. People just act like that didn't happen. They suspended a whole person, dog. I've never seen that before. And that's just to the extent that they'd go for this dude to win. And that's crazy, bro. He ain't never got enough help. Now this time he had a 4-month head start on the majority of the teams. Their practice facility opened up before the majority of the teams. They've been practicing for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? And you think if LeBron tested positive for COVID, that they would report that? Hell no. They still gonna allow him to play. They still gonna allow him to play. And that's just what we talking about. We dealing with, bro. The NBA is a fake ass league, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want like close to organic basketball, watch college. The NBA is so fake, bro. I mean, what other? You got superstar calls And superstar clause don't mean we give you the benefit of the doubt. It mean I can take 3 or 4 steps to the basket without dribbling and get a bucket. That mean I can foul you. Remember in that finals with he played Miami played Oklahoma City? I think it was game 2. Durant, it was close. I think it was game 2. It was close. LeBron clearly hacks Kevin Durant across the arm. He clearly hacks Kevin Durant. The ref looked right at LeBron and didn't call it. I never forget that. He hacked Durant across the arm and the ref didn't call it. Come on. And you want to know why Kevin Durant went to go form a super team? Come on, man. Fuck up out of here. Kevin Garnett said, well, he said on Bill Simmons' podcast that they didn't want them to win. They said they wanted LeBron to win. Man, I'm tired of this pussy ass shit, man. Why basketball just can't be organic? You know what I'm saying? Crown a king that deserve to be crowned. You ain't gotta tell me how great he is. You ain't gotta tell me, let the play do the talking. Real talk. But let's talk about this Jeanie Buss shit, because I want to cook on this for the longest, right? So I'm gonna just tell you how much this I just be like poking holes in nigga shit, right? Jeanie Buss received a letter, right? From a fan. It says, "Dear Horde, after 60 years as a huge Laker fan, I now say to the hell with the overpaid N-word traders in the NBA. Go to hell and join the N-word Kobe Bryant, Joe." Okay? So she says, after much thought, I decided to share this letter I just read above I received on Monday so that everyone can see the hate is real and living out there. This is happening in our world today. It's a real deal and it exists. To Joe, did sending this letter make you feel better? Really, all you did was waste your time and energy in your postage stamp. But thank you for including your return home address. Why don't you look in the mirror and see your ugliness because I refuse to? I received letters like this over the years. The advice always got ignored, but ignore idea, but not anymore. On this day, Juneteenth, I asked my white friends to join together, acknowledge the racism that exists in our country and around the world, and pledge to stop ignoring it. We all must do better. Juneteenth, the hate one twin or whatever the fuck it was. All right, LeBron reposted it. I'm trying to find where LeBron reposted it at. Hold on. LeBron reposted it, and he basically, I'm gonna try to find that shit. Give me a minute. One second. I'm gonna try to find this shit. I'm gonna read what he read. So he says that he reposted it. I'm trying to find it. That makes this shit so damn difficult sometimes. Hold on, man. That make this shit hella difficult. It said James shared his own message on Juneteenth, but wanted to make sure his followers saw the message from Jeanie Buss to help them understand the fight against racism, is particularly in the United States, won't be won easily. Whoop de whoop. So he reposted it and basically said, "I got your back, Jeanie." All right. At the end of the day, it's fucked up that somebody sent that letter. All right, straight up and down. Right. She said she received letters all the time. My whole thing is this: LeBron can speak on Jeanie Buss' behalf, right? But this motherfucker won't say nothing about what's going on with the NBA. He's speaking through Brian Windhorst. He's speaking through Kendrick Perkins. But you can post and say, "Oh, I got your back, Jeanie." This the same Jeanie Buss. This the same Jeanie Buss that took that small business loan what was it, $2.5 million, knowing that she wasn't a smart business. When that business loan should have went to Jeff's Buy and Fry or to another LA company that could have used it. And not only did she not return, she only returned the loan because other companies like Shake Shack and other companies felt bad and returned the loan. Right? But you can sit out here and defend Jeanie Buss, but you won't say nothing about it not being safe for the NBA players going to Orlando. You won't say nothing about what Lewis Williams and Kyrie Irving talking about. Come on, man. Come on. You won't say nothing in public. Nothing. You won't say nothing to Kyrie. You won't say nothing to the players. You supposed to be the voice of the players. You supposed to be making sure everything's safe. But you know what? It's set up for him to win. He been practicing once again since March. The NBA gonna fine for LeBron for breaking rules? No. They open up the Clippers and Lakers practice facility. LA County got some of the highest COVID numbers. Why you open it up before Montana, before places like Montana and Wyoming ain't got the numbers? He defended Jeanie Buss, but he won't defend his NBA brethrens. Why? Why? Why he ain't defending Kyrie? Why he ain't co-signing Kyrie? That's all I want to know. Why you co-signing Jeanie Buss? Because she signed your checks, nigga? Come on, why you defending Jeanie Buss? Jeanie Buss probably don't even like niggas. How much you want to bet she is stone cold racist? People be killing me. Oh, we gotta do better. I ain't gotta do shit. I ain't gotta do shit. Everything y'all did to my people, my ancestors, and my family, and you still breathing, I'm doing better right now. I'm doing better not to go upside y'all head. They kill me, we all got no. No, we all don't gotta do better. And that's when you talk about LeBron being a great leader, being the voice of the league. Where the voice of the league at? When they were sick in German shepherds and spraying Martin Luther King with fire hoses, you know what I'm saying? Did Martin Luther King, get his master splinter on? Did Martin Luther King get his master splinter on and hide in the sewers and duck his head and say, Coretta, I'm not going to march again, or I ain't gonna do I got a dream? And maybe if Martin Luther King bitched out, he'd still be alive, or he would have been alive a lot longer. Same thing for Malcolm X. He knew what he was doing when he took the Nation of Islam. He took most of their congregation. He knew what the risk was. So when times get hard and we need a voice, it's Kyrie. It's Lewis Williams. When somebody else posted something, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna play his thing. I don't want to get it wrong. I'm gonna look this up. Cause somebody else reposted something. Here we go. I just found it. Justice Winslow say, this ain't even about basketball or our safety anymore. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Not sure if they really care if we get corona. F up out of here. That's a fact. You look around, Clemson got 23 football players tested positive for COVID today or over the weekend. Kareem Jackson for the Buccaneers tested positive for COVID. Zeke Elliott tested positive for COVID. A couple of Tampa Bay Buccaneers tested positive for COVID. So, where's LeBron out here speaking on the players' behalf? Is going to Orlando a good idea? Orlando is now become the epic center, like Black Governor said, for the coronavirus. They are breaking daily records. I believe they had a daily record the other day of 2,900 cases. Atlanta just had almost, what they say, 65,000 new cases or something like that. 2,900, excuse me, play people got, and they just broke another record today. And this is where you want to go play basketball at? Hold on. It's spiking up. Hold on. It says Florida coronavirus numbers break new record. According to Florida Health Department, Saturday saw 4,900 new COVID cases and 40 deaths. Saturday numbers are compared to the then record-breaking numbers of 3,822 cases of coronavirus on Friday. The day before had 3,207 cases. Central Florida and Tampa counties have seen a jump in COVID-19 cases. For example, Friday there were 374 new cases in Orange County, that's Orlando. Within 24-hour period, this stated that the Florida Health Department of Health. Polk and Seminole counties also had triple-digit increases on Friday. However, Saturday numbers were familiar and yet different from what we've seen in the last few days. For Saturday, both Orange and Seminole counties saw a decrease in cases from 295 to 88 respectively, while Polk County saw 114 cases. During Saturday afternoon news, Governor Ron DeSantis says that among younger people infected, the acuity is lower, and says we're in a much better position today than we were with April. DeSantis said again he is against statewide mask mandate. So they don't even require you to wear masks. Tay Walker, salute. You know? They trying to tell everybody gonna be all get. How you gonna say everybody gonna be okay when for the third straight day or the second straight day or third straight day, whatever it was, you broke a record? Come on. So you going to the Epic Center, like Black Governor said, to play basketball in Orlando? Come on. This is. I mean, where Brian at? Where he at? Why Kyrie out here voicing his opinion? You know what I'm saying? Where all the other leaders at? Giannis supposed to be the face of the league. Come on, where James Harden at? He two-time MVP. Where Steph Curry at? Even though he ain't playing, where your leaders at? Where your leaders at? Where Chris Paul at? You know what I'm saying? I hear more from Kendrick Perkins than I heard from anybody in the NBA. Ain't nobody speaking up. Nobody. Because you want to know what the reality of the situation is? Outside of LeBron, you know what reality of the situation is? Money is more important in your life until you don't have your life. That's the reality of the situation is. Money is more important. And you see him speaking up on Jeanie Buss. Oh yeah, Jeanie, I got your back versus these racist Laker fans. I got your back. But when it comes to Kyrie, when it comes to the players' safety and health, where he at? Where he at? In the times when the time get tough, when it ain't easy to speak up, where he at? He said they hated that Kyrie speaking up too. Kyrie been speaking up behind the scenes, but he ain't made one public appearance, bro. Not one. Kyrie ain't made one public appearance, bro. Kyrie ain't hopped on Instagram live. Everything that Kyrie saying is being leaked. Who you think leaking it? Who you think leaking it? LeBron, the league, the commissioner. They leaking it to like Kendrick Perkins. They leaking it to Shannon Sharp. LeBron ain't got enough balls to set up there and challenge Kyrie. Because he can't. Because he don't have the facts. You hear from Brian Ware, well, LeBron thinks it. I want to hear LeBron say it. They always talk about Jordan leadership and how Jordan thoughtful. And Jordan was honest, like, man, this shit, Republicans buy Jordans too. People only want honesty when it's beneficial for them. Mr. Winter say L3 Ron. That's funny. I'm gonna use that. Expressed the win because the Last Dance documentary set everybody back straight again in the GOAT debate. My whole thing about that shit is about the Last Dance shit. I mean, it's nothing that you can do. You can win a fourth, but you still 4-9, 4-7, or 4-6, whatever you be, 4-6. 4-7, whatever it is, you still not gonna have more championships than Kareem. I mean, than Magic or Kareem. You still won't have that. That's my whole thing about the situation. What you chasing? You win the fourth one, you still don't got more than Kobe. And it ain't no real basketball fan counting this. None. You got a 4-month head start on these dudes, and you still gonna struggle. You still gonna struggle. It's all about the money. You still, and then they just let you know if he a real leader. He don't even speak up. He just quiet. He just quiet. Ain't got nothing to say. All he doing is telling Kendrick Perkins what to say about Kyrie. All he doing is letting Shannon Sharp speak for him. Don't know motherfucking entrepreneur. Don't know person that's his own man. Let Brian Windhorst speak for him. Chris Broussard speak for him. Or Kendrick Perkins speak for him. Why he can't speak up and speak for himself? DJ Ford salute. LeBron sold his soul on that Nike deal knowing Phil Knight is a Republican. Of course he did, bro. Nike run him. Because remember in the beginning, LeBron didn't want to continue the season. All of a sudden, Nike and the NBA told him we need that money. And imagine, you got multi-billion-dollar businesses, and they lost that money in China too. You got multi-billion-dollar businesses, right? That's going broke. Now, you got a lot of billionaires that's getting it. Steve Ballmer, Jeff Bezos. You can go on and 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 on, right? But you got a lot of businesses that's folding. So if multi-million, $100 million businesses, billion-dollar businesses is folding and they going down the shitter, imagine what the thousandaires and the $100,000aires and the $100 and the dollar-naires going through. How we supposed to survive? You got to risk going to work every day, right? You got to risk going to work every day catching COVID. You work in a factory, they talking about put a mask on, you about to die. This ain't nothing but population control. You know, all them old people that's getting pensions from their jobs, the big three, and you know, wherever they worked at, you know, they killing them old people like wildfire in those rehabilitation clinics and those assisted living clinics or them nursing homes. That's what I'm looking for. Them old people are dying like they dropping like flies. All this is a form of population control because they tired of paying Social Security. They tired of paying pensions and benefits to these old timers. You know what I'm saying? All this is population control, straight up and down. All I'm saying is everybody put LeBron in the Muhammad Ali category. Last time I checked, when Muhammad Ali was faced with an adverse situation, when Malcolm was faced with an adverse situation, when Huey was faced with an adverse situation, when Malcolm was faced with the same situation, shit, when Tupac was faced with the same situation, last time I checked, they didn't put their tail between their legs and hide in the motherfucking gutter. They spoke up. LeBron ain't nothing but a capitalist, bro. That's it. And let this be. This is supposed to be the most solidest motherfuckers out the athletes, music entertainers, the musicians. He supposed to be the most solid one. In the moment of truth, it just lets you know, bro. Everything that shine ain't silver and gold, bro. Any bit of respect that I have for him off the court, and I had a lot of respect for him off the court, I don't respect him no more. I don't have no respect. I'm not gonna say he in the Muhammad Ali class just because you tweet about some shit, just because you open a school. A lot of that shit, when people do that, a lot of that comes from guilt, from selling your soul. He ain't no different. He sold his soul. And don't get me started, bro. A lot of people got some accusations that he was on that Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no telling if LeBron did go against the establishment. He did go against the grain on Nike. He did go against the grain on NBA. All this shit gonna leak out about him. Remember, Rashard Lewis popped his wife, and Delonte West popped his mama. So it ain't no telling with LeBron. If his wife cheated, ain't no telling who he cheated with. Nike will cover up all that shit for him. Shit, JJ Barea locked his ass down. In the time of the moment of truth, he folded like origami. But he's sitting here taking up for Jeanie Buss. He said he was in the biogenic clinic in Miami where A-Rod was. In the moment of truth, when y'all need y'all king, he ain't got shit to say. This is the same shit. This worse than when Michael Jordan didn't fight for Scottie Pippen to get a big contract. To me, he supposed to be the face of the league. And not none of your top 5 players are speaking up. None of them. Kawhi ain't got nothing to say. LeBron ain't got nothing to say. Giannis ain't got nothing to say. James Harden ain't got nothing to say. Stephen Curry ain't got nothing to say. You even go to the sorry motherfuckers like Draymond. Draymond had a lot to say this offseason. He ain't got nothing to say. They must have some type of gag order on the players. You know what I'm saying? All you hear is Stephen A. Smith talking. The most unqualified people. Stephen A. Smith, he don't know shit about nothing. He another dude he another Oreo. He said LeBron and TJ Ford said LeBron is a hypocrite. He should have started his own apparel shoe company and have minorities run it. It's too late for that. It's certain things that they won't allow you to do as a black man. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the music business before I kind of switch it over to Joakim Noah. Look at the music business. There's never been, no matter how many black powerful people you had in the music business, there's never been a black person to own a major distribution company. Every time you see a black company like Cash Money, it's probably through Universal, Atlantic, Grant Hustle through Atlantic. Puffy, he got to be next to, Atlantic. He got to be next to Sony. Interscope, you know what I'm saying? With Dr. Dre, he need Interscope, Aftermath. You know what I'm saying? They'd never let a black man have too much wealth. Never. Look at the dude that owned World Star. He ended up dead. They took it from him. Russell Simmons. They took Def Jam away from him. You know what I'm saying? Just look. Bob Johnson took BET away from him. Come on, they'd never let a black man, especially a young black man, make too much money. Never. Never. It ain't nothing LeBron can do. They'll give it and take it from LeBron. The reason Jordan made it so far because he played the game the right way. Jordan didn't get into politics. Jordan didn't care. Jordan knew what it was. And people criticize Jordan for not speaking up and not doing more. But if Jordan spoke up and he didn't do it and he did more, he'd be laying right there with his fucking daddy. And that's a fact. He'll be 6 feet deep. And that's the God honest truth. That's why Jordan played the way he played. It's easy for people on the outside to look and say, "Oh, Jordan should have did this. LeBron should do this." They know what they're doing. It's a lot of people more higher than them that they giveth and they taketh. And ain't nobody willing to sacrifice their life, their kids' life, their mama life, their brother's life for not one person, not one black person in America. Because those same black people that support you, once them folks start them stories, they're going to be the same people that lynch your ass in the end. Look at Bill Cosby. It wasn't white people that did Bill Cosby in. It was the very same people that looked like Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? He said Jordan funded the Malcolm X movie. Yeah, because him and I can see that because him and Spike Lee cool. So LeBron know what it is. That's why you don't have too many black people that's willing to sacrifice. They start a felonious story about you, and people believe it. Oh, 40 years ago, LeBron James touched my booty cheek. LeBron ain't even 40, but motherfuckers still believe it. Oh, LeBron got a fake birth certificate from the Dominican Republic. So at the same time, I get it. I understand why LeBron doing what he do. I understand why Jordan didn't really speak up. And was it Harvey Grant, whatever it was? And I get it. I truly, truly get it. Because the very same people that's supposed to support you and put you on the pedestal, they'd be the very same people that'll be talking shit. Look at R. Kelly. How many white people did publicly lynch R. Kelly? Not too many. SJ Fish 101, salute. Everybody that publicly embarrassed and humiliated and modern day lynch R. Kelly was black. Everybody was laughing at him. Oh, he did that shit. Cuba, same way. They can make up a crazy story that don't make no sense. They can get some hussy from 20 years ago. I went to high school with LeBron and he touched my nipple and so you gotta understand it. But my whole thing is we so quick to defend white people. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, Jeanie, yeah, I'm behind you, my sister. Why you ain't behind Kyrie? Come on. Why you ain't riding with the players, man? Why y'all ain't speaking up? They cheat. So remember B. Simone, who she said she want a 9 to 5 dude. LeBron a 9 to 5 dude, straight up and down. He's a 9 to 5er. Just like Mr. Winters, just like TJ Ford, just like SJ Fish 101, Fly Got Derek, and everybody else who in the chat. All of us punched the clock probably. LeBron James punched the clock. Jeanie signed his checks. Nike tell him what to do, what promo to show up, what commercial to shoot, when to punch in, when to punch out, when to do this promo, when to show up. He a 9 to 5er too. He ain't no boss. He ain't no boss. What Pimp C say? You saying you a boss? I ain't believing this shit. You got the funny Geneva watch with the fake Ferrari kit. You embarrassing up. Whatever the fuck he said. I butchered the bar, but that's a fact. He a 9 to 5er just like me and you. And that's just the sad case of the reality is. They never gonna let a black man get too much. Never. And if it was the case, James Brown and Sam Cooke would have had major distribution. Jay Prince and all them Puff Daddy, Birdman, they all got bosses that's above them. People think Puffy owns Ciroc. No, you don't. No, you don't. They ain't gonna never let nobody get too big. Never. You can be Dr. Ben Carson, Uncle Ben, Buck Dancing, all that. You could be a classic buck dancer. No matter what you do, they'll never let you get, especially somebody young, too much wealth. Like I said, that dude that started World Star, he ended up there. You think that was a coincidence? At some point, us as black people, we're gonna have to make a decision. We really is. We have to make a critical decision in this world. Either we gonna ride for ours, or we gonna forever be slaves. We still slaves. We still slaves. But let's talk about Joakim Noah, man. Joakim Noah signed to the Clippers. I know the Clippers was talking about possibly kind of trading for Andre Drummond, but some sources came out and they were saying that they don't believe Drummond had enough experience, this, that, and the third. My whole thing is Joakim Noah can't say the Clippers. The Clippers should have signed Dwight Howard. They should have traded for Willie Cauley-Stein. When you look at that team and you see the Lakers got Anthony Davis, I don't understand why Doc Rivers and Jerry West didn't go out there and get a big fella. Because in the West, you still got to deal with Jokic. You still got to deal with Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? You still got a couple big fellas out there. I mean, Portland, if they make it, they got Nurkic should be healthy. They got Hassan Whiteside. You know what I'm saying? They should have made a play for a big fella. You know what I'm saying? And they traded for Paul George to get, Kawhi Leonard some help. I mean, that's the same. That's the same as carrying Kyle Lowry. Paul George ain't shit in the playoffs. What we call him on Facebook, playoff pack and pee. He ain't. Come on. They couldn't get a better star to go with him. They should have been trying to trade for a big fella, and that's gonna be their Achilles heel. But lucky for them, ain't no more Shaquille O'Neal's around. Ain't no more. They need somebody solid in the middle. Tom Thibodeau messed up Luol Deng. He messed up Joakim Noah. He messed up Derrick Rose. And Tom Thibodeau is in the lead to be the Knicks head coach. He in the lead. He the front runner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got all these players that's just like black people in everyday life, scared to stand up for themselves, scared to stand up for what's right. You look at the NFL, everybody white. You got all these unqualified Division 2, Division 3, JUCO head coaches who couldn't run a wind sprint, who who couldn't do nothing that they trying to coach you to do on that level or remotely close, but they running the team. You got all these general managers in the NBA, NFL. You know what I'm saying? All these white guys who couldn't even play in the league, but they can evaluate talent. Just let that sit in for a chat. At what point, when is enough going to be enough? And that can translate to the black community. When you look around, Arabs owning fishing, buying fry spots. You know what I'm saying? They owning gas stations. We don't own shit. We don't own nothing. And they taking their money and the Arabs going back to their community. They taking our money and the whites going back to their community. Ain't doing one motherfucking thing. Won't even give your son or a homeless black boy on the street a chicken sandwich. They'll throw away 1,000 sandwiches in the trash can before they feed a homeless nigga. But they don't have no problem taking our money. And one thing Damon Dash, he says some real shit. Too many of our people got an employee mindset, bro. Too many of our people everybody want to be a worker. Don't nobody want to be a boss. And it costs to be the boss. Even our black men in our community are letting the women be the boss of their household. They telling them what to do. They going to work. Come on, man. They got to stop that beta male mentality, bro. We got to go back to being bosses. We got to go back to being the kings of the castles. And that's the same thing for the players. The players that these white coaches and these white GMs have all the power. These white owners, like shit. Why ain't no color owners, man? Why ain't no black? Why Puff can't own a team? Why Dre can't own a team? Why Rob Johnson and Michael Jordan can't own an NFL NBA team? Why? We good enough to play, but we ain't good enough to run a team. We ain't good enough to coach. We just not been good enough to play quarterback. All the quarterbacks like Charlie Ward, Hines Ward, Brad Smith, Warren Moon had to go the hard route. So maybe we is making some type of progression. We finally getting a chance to play quarterback. How many black head coaches is in the NFL and the NBA? How many? Got one down there in Atlanta. Nate McMillan in Indiana. You got Doc over there in Clippers. You know what I'm saying? You got my man's Monty down there in Phoenix. How many black executive and coaches you got? This is off the top. Alvin Gentry in New Orleans. Come on, boy. Oh, I gotta chase this dog. Hold on. He gotta use it. 1 second. All right, my bad. He wanted to go down there with Miles. So you look at how many you got, executives you got, and black coaches you got in the NFL and the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no reason why 80%, 90% of these leagues are black, but 50% ain't of the owners and the coaches and GMs not black. And like I said, Kyrie ain't made one public appearance, but all of a sudden when he say in the chat, I want to start my own league, and he the villain, man. Come on, I'll tell you, man. Before I finish on Joakim Noah, you look at it. Who doing Kyrie in the most? Who? Who doing Kyrie in the most? Adam Silver ain't saying nothing. Stephen A. Smith, who supposed to be his brother. Kendrick Perkins, supposed to be his brother. I imagine Shannon Sharp talking shit because he's the ultimate LeBron dick sucker. He supposed to be Kyrie brother. They supposed to be in it together. Even Matt Barnes kind of switching sides. You know what I'm saying? They all supposed to have Kyrie Irving back. We are brothers. What they done here, they done caused confusion again. To get your mind off the real goal, which is the COVID. Now we battling amongst ourselves. Same thing with the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor situation. We trying to get justice for George Floyd. People say, "Oh, don't forget about Breonna Taylor." See, y'all always say, that's what the women are saying. Now instead of us battling the establishment, here come our black women trying to create. We battle. We can't get out of each other's way. Now it's confusion amongst the black analysts and black players against Kyrie Irving. Adam Silver ain't dropped one bar. So all they doing is creating another distraction away from what's going on outside. It's been 3 months and it's been one Louisville cop fired in the Breonna Taylor case. Not one charge. You know what I'm saying? It's been 3 months and nobody been charged. But we talking about some fucking basketball, some football. Instead of talking about, okay, we need to get to the social justice shit. All of a sudden, they talking about, well, we got these rings coming out, that these players going to win these rings to monitor their health. LeBron supposed to be the leader. He ain't no leader, bro. Can't even lead his team to a championship for real without the NBA. So that's just what you're dealing with. Every time something like this come up, we end up getting fighting amongst each other. We can't even agree on trying to find social justice. Now everybody got a sensitivity to what's going on. Where's the sensitivity when Emmett Till was getting hung? Where's the sensitivity when Rodney King was getting beat? Where's the sensitivity when Trayvon Martin was dying? Every one of those cases is probably 10 or 20 more cases that we don't hear about just like that. And before you know it, man, they're gonna try to make us obsolete. And we won't work together for the love of God. But that's not our fault. It's been 300 years plus of oppression, welfare, slavery, castration, breaking up families. All that shit is generation. That builds up after generation. And that's the way they want us to get. They don't want us to be one. We can't even say, hey man, that wall black. We can't get all black people say, oh, this wall right here black. You're going to have some people say, it really look blue. It really look white. Oh, I like that wall better. You know, and like I said, I'll be talking to people about this shit, and they be like, man, we can't give up. Man, shit, it's a battle we can't win. Because we can't galvanize. But Joakim Noah, I mean, he can't say today. Tom Thibodeau did mess up that whole team. Luol Deng ain't been right since. Derrick Rose ain't been right since. Joakim Noah ain't been right since. And Tom Thibodeau, once again, he get another chance. Why? Why is Tom Thibodeau getting all these chances? I mean, even PJ Carlissimo, who got choked by Latrell Sprewell, he got another chance. You know, he flaked out in Oklahoma City, I think it was. Alvin Gentry, it took him like, 10, 15 years to get another chance. Monty Griffin, it took a minute for him to get another chance. And Tom Thibodeau keep getting chance after his motherfucker had Jimmy Butler, matter of fact, they had Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins. Fell out. He had the Bulls team playing Derrick Rose in a meaningless minutes. Blew his shit out. Come on, man. This motherfucker is ending careers. With Drake album never been the same or never be the same, whatever it is, playing with Tom Thibodeau, that's what's gonna happen to you. But this white guy keep getting chance after chance. Because he was a good defensive coordinator with Doc Rivers. Man, you can't write this shit, man. You can't write this. Meanwhile, Tyronn Lue at the end of somebody's bench. Meanwhile, Lionel Thompson, whatever his name is, from Memphis, at the end of somebody's bench. Meanwhile, Jason Kidd on somebody ended somebody's bench. You know, we keep going on and on and on. Why does the Philadelphia coach got a job? Brent Brown, he garbage. Come on, man. Nate McMillan had to wait his turn to get back in the league. They won't get Mark Jackson. They won't get him a job. Come on. Kevin Garnett was supposed to be the general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves. The owner lied to him. He said, "Fuck him. Don't retire my jersey or nothing." And did you know today the Washington Redskins, out of all the prominent black players they had over their time, Doug Williams was the first black quarterback to win a championship. They retiring their first black number. Let that sink in for a minute. The Washington Redskins, and I'll talk about this tomorrow. The Washington Redskins are retiring. They are retiring their first black player's jersey today. Rob Rodriguez, salute. Let that sink in for a minute. They are retiring the first black player's jersey in their team history. Out of everybody that's been through that organization, I don't know. But they won championships. I know Doug Williams played over there. Sean Taylor played over there. You know what I'm saying? They had some players over there, especially when they was winning championships. And now in 2020, they're retiring their first black player's jersey in 88 years. Ron Rivera played over there too. And he a minority in 88 years. Chan Moses, salute. In 88 years. Come on, man. You tell me this is a coinky dink? But, Joakim Noah ain't going to help them, man. They should have, I don't know what can help them. They should have got a big guy in Clippers. I mean, they should have found a big fella. They should have, DeAndre Jordan probably wasn't coming back. Willie Cauley-Stein, but hey, it is what it is. I don't see Joakim Noah helping. Tom Thibodeau, then Art Monk, him too, receiver. But that is what it is. But let's end it off here. Klay Thompson, they are saying that he been looking good. They also been talking about they could trade Klay Thompson too. I don't know if y'all heard that Klay Thompson might be involved in a package to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, which I butchered his name. He may be in a package to get Giannis. My whole thing about that is it is what it is. Remember, Steph Curry almost got traded to Milwaukee. I forgot for who, but they saying that Klay Thompson high octane workouts on medically cleared knee. They saying that Golden State Warriors are a long way out from playing meaningful basketball. But fans got some good news Friday that the Athletics' Anthony Slater's reported that Klay Thompson has been cleared by doctors for workouts on his injured left knee. In fact, he's been cleared for a couple of weeks and completed high octane workouts sessions on Thursday, according to reports. Could he play in the NBA game today? No, according to the report, but not because his knee isn't up to par. He's just not in game shape. So it sounds like Klay Thompson's knee is pretty good right now. They trying to get Giannis to Milwaukee and sound like it's gonna take Klay Thompson to get there. I wouldn't trade Klay Thompson. He just do too much meaningful stuff. In a way, he's just important to Steph Curry. Steph Curry get all the pageantry because he hot dog, he get all the shots. But Klay the one that guard. If Klay just only job was to, score and everything revolved around Klay, he ain't have to play no defense like Steph Curry. Then maybe he'll kind of be like Steph Curry. But Klay do all the dirty work. He guard the other team best player most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And, he don't get a lot of credit. So he just as important to that chemistry as, anybody. You know what I'm saying? They a backcourt, and I wouldn't split that up. Even for Giannis, you got a top number one pick. You better make that motherfucker jump. You better make that jump. It's been talked about them trading for Miles Turner. When they can just draft James Wiseman and put him in the middle. And the Warriors, this is where teams get messed up at. Where they in a position to get a high pick and they ain't a Giannis, they ain't a Zion or LeBron at the top of the draft, and they want to move the pick for nothing, or they take a player, a developmental player like the Pistons did with Darko Milicic. The Warriors should take the best player available at the top of the draft and do what great teams do in development. If that's Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? If that's LaMelo Ball, if it's a kid from Israel, you know what I'm saying? If it's, the center from USC, if it's James Wiseman, if it's Obi Toppins, You take the best player available. Easy baby, 1988 salute. You take the best player available. But teams like this, they want to take a Darko or take a guy that can stash overseas. I wouldn't trade no Klay Thompson unless I knew he couldn't come back from an injury, which he can't. I wouldn't trade no Klay Thompson. Too important. You know what I'm saying? You don't need Giannis to win no championship. No, what you need to do is move Draymond Green hoe ass. You know. But I'm gonna have some draft talk, man. I kind of been looking at a few prospects. I love Obi Toppins, man. I like LaMelo too, but if y'all got any questions, I'll answer them. But Klay Thompson, I wouldn't move him, dog. They got a nice team even with them. They just need somebody in the middle. That's all. He said they still got Andrew Wiggins. All they need is a center that can run the floor like DeAndre Jordan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's stuck in champ mode. He's stuck in Brooklyn, but yeah, James Wiseman can run the floor. I haven't seen the kid from USC. Oh no! Oh, I guess I'll watch it if I don't hop on no Call of Duty. I forgot that shit came on tonight. He ain't fighting nobody tonight though. It ain't no title fight. That kind of turned me off. I'll check it out. That's one of my favorite fighters today. Any basketball questions, I'll take them. If not, I think I'm gonna let it go. This motherfucking Mason ran down the stairs to go downstairs. I know he's gonna do something bad. They should pick up Dwight Howard. I don't think Dwight Howard I don't think he the answer. He a good depth guy. They need somebody like, if they get Dwight Howard, then they need to pick up Hassan Whiteside too. They can make a formidable 1-2 punch. They should have got Capella at the Clippers. Yeah, I mean, he cost too much money though, but yeah, they should have got him. I think he went to Atlanta. He was hurt though. But Hassan Whiteside and Dwight to make up a nice 1-2 punch. But like I said before, they got a draft position, bro. Why not James Wiseman? Another kid out of USC, he can play. He pretty good too. I can't pronounce his name. They had the Pistons taking him in one of the mock drafts I was talking about. So, you know what I'm saying? Why not take one of them, bro? They need somebody in the middle, especially with Anthony Davis there. Anthony Davis ain't even that strong. But that's on the Clippers. Any other questions though? All right, then. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love. Check out our NBA 101 playlist for more videos like this. Not sure I'm gonna go live tomorrow, but if any more NBA news break, I got you guys, man. So I appreciate y'all. Share the videos. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, the Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Use the promo code GoodFeelingOneBoxing. 100% all natural products, lotion soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, much more. Website promo code description. Got an old iPhone laying around, broke phone laying around. Check out Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. Check out their Instagram at Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. Their social media links and website in the description. Or you can call it 936-225-2198, and they'll praise your phone one time for the one time.